Welcome to the Investment Nest. I want to talk to you about something very important. It's called dividend. Dividend is your share of a profit when you invest in a company. Once the business is doing well, some companies decide to share the profit they make at the end of the season with you, those who have bought shares in their company. Let's assume you are a friend of 5 and you come together to start a grocery business in your area. At the end of the season, when you make money, you take the profit and you can decide to share it in 3 main ways. 1, you can decide that you are going to share the profit amongst your friends as reward for partaking in the business. Number 2, you can decide that you are going to use the money to pay a debt that you own as a business. Number 3, you can decide that you are going to use the interest or the profit to expand the business or set up new branches in other locations. This is exactly what companies or businesses do. 1, they can decide that they are going to give you the dividend, which is the reward of your investment, or they can use it for the other reasons that we've stated. It's the choice of the board of directors that sits down at what we call an annual general meeting to decide what they are going to do with the money that they make at the end of the day. So as an investor in a particular business, all you do is to make your vote during the annual general meeting to decide how the dividend is spent or how it is shared among the investors. That being said, how are dividends paid? At the annual general meeting, the company decides how much they are going to pay and when exactly they are going to pay that. There's something we call one ex-dividend date. This is the date by which if you own shares, you will be entitled or you'll be eligible for the dividend. So let me give you an example. If the ex-dividend date of a particular dividend payment is 2nd January, if you buy shares before 2nd January, that means by the 1st of January, you are qualified to get the dividend that will be paid out. 2, there's another thing called payment date. This is the date on which the companies actually pay the dividend that they have promised to pay. There's another thing called the record date. This is the date on which the company decides that they are going to take account of everyone that has invested in the stock and make a record of the people that are entitled to the dividend that are going to be paid out. With this understanding, you will when and how dividends are paid in companies. I must put on record that it's not all companies that pay dividend. Or what I mean by this is that a company pays dividend only if they make profits, and so you need to take note of that. And also, the fact that a company pays dividend today does not guarantee that they'll pay dividend again in another time, because dividends are based on profit. So as in when the company makes profit, then they pay the dividend. All this being said, there's one last thing I want to share with you, is to know that company does not share all the profit with you. Some companies decide to share a part of the profit with you or all the profit with you. This is what we usually call the payout ratio. That is the section of the profit the company decides to pay you at the end of the day. Thank you for joining us today. See you again in the next one.